Hello students, this is Katie Winkler, your English teacher. Just a little video to help you out with this assignment. Start at your search engine. Now type in Blue Ridge Community College. Be sure that you are typing in the North Carolina College, not the Virginia College. Click on Blue Ridge Community College and you will go to the home page that looks like this, as you probably already know. Scroll down to the bottom and choose Library and Open Lab, and you'll see a screen like this. Don't click in, I know it's tempting, but don't click and search the catalog and online. Go to the library guides. Trust me on this. You will appreciate it if you do what I ask you to do, and I'm trying to help you, and it'll make it easier for you. So you go down to English 111 and you click on that, and then you'll see a menu, and there's a lot of good stuff here, but we're going to go to the third item on the menu, Finding Sources. So you'll click on that Finding Sources tab, and then right below that you will see Search the Library Catalog and Online Collections. And that's where you can put in your search terms. Now I'm ready to put in my search terms. I want to use more broad terms for finding ebooks and books. I don't want to be real specific, local or Blue Ridge Community College, because I'm not likely to find a book or ebook on that. So my imaginary search is going to be improving online education at Blue Ridge. So as a teacher, so I'm going to broaden that out to just improving online teaching and see what happens. And I come to this page, but I'm not ready to pick a source yet. There's another step to take. I want to limit to full text online, and I want to limit to books and ebooks. And I want to narrow my publication date down for the last 3 years. So you can see that there, the last 3 years. And that first one that I saw is pretty good, and I like it. That one's K through 12 education, so that one doesn't quite fit. So I'm going to click on Online Teaching at Its Best. It's the same book of the first and second one. So I'm going to pick that as my source and see if that's going to work. Here's the book, Online Teaching at Its Best. I can look a little more closely to be sure this is going to be worth pursuing by looking at the description of the book. And when I read that, I see that this is going to be probably a good source. In the middle of the description, it says Online Teaching at Its Best provides practical real-world advice grounded in educational science. That sounds good. So I'm going to click on Read Online so I can take a closer look. Sometimes you don't get past that stage. You just find that the book is not going to work and you move on to the next book. But in this case, I do think it's going to work. And here is the book. I can look at the table of contents if I want, or I can actually search within the book, which is a nice feature of this ProQuest eBook Central. So I'm going to look for community colleges to see if there's anything specific about community colleges. I tried putting it in quotes, but it didn't seem to narrow it down too much. Sometimes that helps if you put your phrase in quotes. Sometimes it doesn't. But in this case, I found in Chapter 3, you can see there the little bars that tell you how many hits on the phrase that you get in each chapter. So I picked Designing a Coherent Course because that's very important to me. And I see that there are some references to page numbers that might work for my paper, so I want to take a closer look. So once you get to the page, it'll be highlighted. Your phrase will be highlighted, and that's not really important to me. But then I went up and started reading it and realized that it does have some information about quality checkpoints, things that you can look for in your course to make it a better course, and what some schools are doing. But then I got this really good, this is excellent, things that you can do, have an orientation, have outcomes assessments you can have. It has the phases of the course design, the structuring of the course, the graphic syllabus. I thought that was really interesting. I had not heard about that, and there's some real good research on that that's listed. And then they have an example of a graphic syllabus for a manufacturing course, and I like that idea, especially for online learners. And so that's something I want to take a closer look at for sure. Now you're ready to do your citation. So you click on the little speech bubble that has the quote marks there when you're at the landing page for the book, and it will give you the MLA style citation that you need. And so then you're going to be ready to copy and paste that. So now I copied and pasted this, and I'm ready to make the changes I need to make. One of the changes I need to make is putting the chapter title in there. You see that I did that once with chapter 6, but I decided I wanted to use chapter 3. So I have chapter 3, Designing a Coherent Course. If you're going to use the entire book, you don't need to add the chapter. But I will highlight the title of the book and put that in italics. And I will also highlight the name of the database and put that in italics. I hope this video helps you get started on the assignment. But if you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm glad to help.